Hello, gentle viewers. This is Avindian, welcoming you to what may be the last episode of Front Office Football 8, depending on the polling, which finished on Sunday. In case you haven't seen that particular tweet, I decided to go through with one more episode of Hearts of Iron 4 and of Front Office Football 8 because we're actually quite close to ending naturally. So that's what we're talking about. And I want to thank several of the people who provided some helpful comments, some interesting perspectives on why things haven't been going great. And one of the best ideas that I heard, was the game planning. I don't re-game plan for every game. In the real NFL, obviously you do, but I don't because it's hard to see a clear effect. Nevertheless, I'm going to make a change for this season, whether it's the last or not. Go away roster. Where's the options screen at? I haven't played this game in so long now. Here we go. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and let the AI both create the playbook and set the game plan for each game. I'm going to treat myself more as a high-level GM, which is what I wanted to do in the game anyway, rather than a proper coach. So we'll see if that makes a difference. Win, lose, or draw, this is Baker Mayfield's last season. I'm going to release him at the beginning of this off season, unless he significantly improves this year. But if we take a quick look at his career, he peaked in 2023. He had a couple of other good years. 2024 was pretty solid too, as was 2025. But even though he's healthy, he's not completing passes. And he's never really broken through to be a dominant quarterback. So win, lose, or draw, this is Baker Mayfield's last year with the Browns. We still have some very solid players. But our quarterback isn't really one of them right now. Hopefully that'll change. In case you did miss the last episode, we've also we drafted a couple of centers who for right now aren't that exciting, but who could be very, very good. Let's sort by position. We've got Ricky Jacobs for the first time. We have a running back that I feel somewhat confident about giving him plenty of carries. Why are we playing Robbie Dalton more than Jacobs? Oh, because Jacobs has not great endurance. That's fine. We got a couple of young wide receivers, including Wayne Nixon, who was our first-round draft pick. We've had a lot of trouble developing homegrown wide receivers, and I'm hoping he'll turn out to be a bit different. Because this is the first Browns team that doesn't have Nelson Agholor on it. We lost Antonio Callaway a while ago, and Rashad Higgins is now just a backup. We still have Sporlock to fill in as a backup. We got a couple of solid guards, some good tackles, a very solid defense with great players up and down. I don't think I can offer new contracts at this point in the game, which is unfortunate, but we have probably the best linebackers in the NFL, or damn close to it. Although we did lose Ayersman for the season. And this is his contract year anyway, so Not a great year to get injured, but it happens. And with that, let's go ahead and simulate week 1. A glorious victory for the Browns. Let's break it down. 24-10. Very nice. A decent game. This number I really like. It looks like for the first time, whether it's because I'm letting the AI game plan or if they're just performing better, we have a good mix of run and pass plays. His completion rate is still god-awful. He should not be completing just over 50%. But he did get 2 touchdown passes. I'm willing to bet the defense probably scored us a couple of touchdowns. Oh, a kickoff return? Yeah, that's the difference. We got a big kickoff return for a touchdown. Some decent pass catching. Nothing too spectacular, but good. A nice pick by our safety. Missed a field goal. Wait, what? Oh, I see. It must have been a 50 plus, because it's technically also a 40 plus, because 50 is greater than 40. Decent defensive day. Let's check the player grades. I really like this grading system, but I wish it was a little bit more finely tuned. For example, obviously these 2 guys screwed up. And it's the defensive line, which is fair. I mean, given the play description here, it makes sense. But I wish it was more finely tuned. Not just plus or minus, but rather maybe 1 plus or 2 pluses or 3 pluses or 1, 2, or 3 minuses. And I especially want like double pluses, for example. Like this was an outstanding play. That would be good. I'm not going to fuss too much about it, but something to think about for the future. Our best starter was Upshaw, who only made 1 minus. Also, another UX kind of thing. I'd love to be able to click on this and see what play he got the minus on. Leo Sims was the most That's cool. Did we get any injuries? We won't have our fullback. Nothing too terrible. I might need to update my depth chart if my fullback is out. Another thing I'd like to see from front office football in the future, I would love to see something like Madden, where you set a proper depth chart. This is not a depth chart because there's no depth. This is just who do you want to play in each personnel grouping. A proper depth chart is if player X gets hurt, I want player Y to play. If player Y gets hurt, hit play player Z. That's a proper depth chart. And you can't really do that with the way the game is designed right now. Which is, it's fine. But it is a trifle frustrating. The biggest thing front office football needs, and this is the last critical thing I'm going to say for the moment, because you guys want to see what's going to happen, right? Just user interface improvements. I don't need graphical perfection. What I do need is, here's what's happening in a way that I have the information I need to make informed decisions about the game. The trade interface could use some improvement. And the trade AI seems very, very hard, which is fine. I don't necessarily disagree with that idea. But what I don't love is just that it seems difficult to get a first round draft pick. And they do get traded quite often, at least once or twice a season. And it just doesn't seem like first round picks get traded ever. I would maybe make it 5% easier to make trades and then just a better trade interface. The biggest problem is too many clicks. I don't like having to click the mouse like 12 times about something as simple as who would be a good trade partner. Because unless they're willing to shop a particular player, I'm not going to find anything. That's just my 2 cents, though. We play Washington. And I think we won. Nope, we lost. No interceptions. But again, we're back to our old tricks, where Baker Mayfield's throwing almost 40 times a game. Now, we fell behind pretty early. I mean, we were already down 21-10 in the second quarter, and so you're naturally going to see more passing. But, decent day running the ball. Not great, but decent. Oh, rushing touchdown for Baker Mayfield. Damian Johnston. Again, please let me click on the player's name in the box score and see what the player can actually do. They're picking on Melvin Campbell an awful lot. People are getting healthy. Right now, pretty much every game is a toss-up, which is fine. Ooh, that looks like a win. It sure was. Again, very balanced. Rushing and passing. Net rushing, 132 yards. Very nice. We didn't pass the ball much, but we had a very good completion percentage. This is just about as good as our offense can probably work. When we have a lot of untested wide receivers. My tight ends are getting a lot of work. I think it's because his arm is starting to slip. 2 forced fumbles. No fumbles lost. You missed one less than 40 yards? Man. Any injuries? Yes, I lost my other starting linebacker. God damn it. I'm not going to put him on injured reserve, but I will scratch him. Then I guess Brandon Martino is going to get his playing spot. And then we lost one of our tight ends, but I think I had an extra tight end anyway. No? Okay. Do I need to have 3 tight ends? I don't know what your what the requirements are. I do have to have 3 tight ends. Is there anyone who's really, really terrible that I can cut to make room for a new tight end? My backup fullback. I'm actually not playing a fullback. Okay. Let's go ahead and cut him then. And then I want a tight end with good future value. Glenn Marsh, sounds good. And then we'll quickly go into offensive and defensive personnel. This is the other bug that I find really irritating. I don't know why I keep thinking I want my left guard to play at both positions. Someone is mowing the lawn. Hopefully that's not too loud for you guys. Confirm. And defensive personnel. This hurts a lot more, actually. But I think we'll make it. Simulation window. We are playing Buffalo. We are very slightly favored. I don't know why. Just because of a better offensive line? I don't like our chances, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, we got pretty thoroughly stomped defensively. We got field goal to death. Yeah, this was the bad Baker Mayfield. And it's all because the running game got shut down. Grinnell will be back soon. Let's proceed. We are favored against Pittsburgh. And our biggest problem the last few seasons has been we can't win in our own division. Let's see how we do here. I think we lost, didn't we? We did. Because we couldn't score a touchdown. I don't know if this is just Baker Mayfield totally losing it or what the problem is. But to be frank, I don't know what to do at this point. I genuinely don't. This was a highly winnable game that our quarterback threw away. Yeah, he can't. He's terrible at short passes, but he's always been terrible at short passes. Okay. What is SF? Oh, scramble frequency. He's less likely to run. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, he's actually getting even worse at timing his throws. Yeah, he's just generally worse than he has been. But yeah, that's bad. Well, we beat Miami in a shootout. Sort of. Fumble return for a touchdown. 1 passing touchdown, 2 rushing touchdowns. Yeah. This is what they say not good. Yeah. If we do continue on for another season, which we definitely might, we are not playing with Baker Mayfield. He's holding the offense back at this point. I like how basically the game is just given up on our team. It's like, I don't know if you're good or not. All right. Now, New Jersey, i.e. the Jets, looks pretty tough this year. Yeah, we're one of the worst offenses in the game. We're pretty good defensively, but we're pretty much one of the worst offenses. So the only way we're gonna win this game is if we really hit them hard. And we didn't. We got into a shootout, which we weren't gonna win. Yeah. Our rookie got some playing time, which is nice. I wonder if Baker was hurt or we were just so far behind that they decided to just bench him. I think that's what happened. Nice interception return for a touchdown. I'm going to make a depth chart move. I'm going to bench Donaldson and play Sporlook. Confirm. Yeah, New England just kicked our butt. Well, not really kicked our butt. But yeah. Our quarterback, man, he got sacked 5 times. Okay, that's not great. And he did fumble the ball 1 time. Let's check the game log. I want to see if one of my offensive linemen was just screwing the pooch. Yancey. Huh. Yeah, I mean, he was basically the reason we lost the game. How many sacks came off a left tackle? Only 2 of them. But remember, if he's not doing his job, everyone else is going to suffer too. Damn. I don't think we can replace our left tackle and our quarterback in the offseason. Again, maybe it was just a bad game. He's only allowed 2 sacks the whole season, and it's already halfway done, so. Any injuries? Okay, Nate Brown is out for 2 weeks. I could put Morris Maxwell back in, but frankly, our playoff chances are pretty shit. Let's see if we can beat Baltimore. I don't think we can, though. Oh, yeah. Nate Brown. Can't play this week. I'll play Weaver. He sucks, but I just need anyone who can actually just fill in for a game. Because separate shoulder, he'll probably be better next week. Yeah, Baltimore just raffle stomped us. Okay, it's the bye week. Alright. Brown is back. Maxwell is only questionable. If we're going to make any kind of attempt to make the playoffs this year, I got to get Maxwell back in the game. So let's bet. No, we'll play Poston just because I need Martino, rather. Morris is back in. Go ahead and rebuild the defensive personnel, kind sir. We can go ahead and put Brown and Donaldson back in. Confirm. I don't know how much that changes our yeah, they have an explosive offense and we don't. And our defense also sucks. We just suck as a team. And we got beaten by Cincinnati. That's life. Well, we beat Philadelphia somehow. Sisterhood of the Traveling Shoulder Pads. What? Whatever. Oh, we got a tie. Oh, joy. And we lost Melvin Campbell for 3 weeks. No, not Ratliff. You can play. Campbell can't play. And we'll go ahead and dress. We'll go ahead and let Adam Boone play. I keep thinking hockey for some reason with football. I don't know why. We lost again. And I lost my right tackle for the rest of the season, which is just lovely. Put him on the IR. That'll let me sign a new tackle. Could Sporlick handle right tackle for a couple of games? I don't think so. We'll sign Bart here. Can I get a 2-year deal off of him? Oh, okay. I mean, you're not going to prove you're worth more in 1 season, but sure. Okay. No, I want depth chart. Lost to the Giants. Anyone else out? Nope. Cincinnati beat us. God damn it, quit injuring my tackles. Not to have to force a tackle to play with a damn stress fracture. I can't. I put Yancey on the IR. Oh, that was so stupid. Look, Bueno's out for 2 weeks. There's only 2 weeks left in the season. I might as well go ahead and put him on injured reserve, too. Oof. We're going to kill Baker Mayfield. Come on. Could you please quit getting totally injured? That's probably the end of Denzel Ward's career or close to it. Oh, I could have started Melvin Campbell again. I missed that. But we ended the season by beating Pittsburgh, so that's something. Damn you, Seattle. I hope Seattle doesn't need a quarterback, because that's going to be our #1 concern. Go ahead and finish the playoffs. Minnesota and the Jets. And the Jets won. Good for them. Let's look at the stats. Did anything go well this year? At all? Certainly not a quarterback. Decent year for Dalton. Decent year for Jacobs, too. We spread the ball around a lot, but no one really did awesome as a receiver. The question is it because a receiver suck or is it because Baker Mayfield sucks? Okay, we need to replace our field goal kicker. 68% is not going to get it done. He probably cost us games. Or 77% is not going to get it done. Loudon led the team in sacks. Nice work. We can look at the season awards, but let's be honest with each other. There's no way in hell I got a Pro Bowl. Yeah. I didn't deserve it either. Just flat out, I didn't deserve it either. Russell Wilson retired. Oh no, that'll be for this year. Yeah, let's end the season. Okay. Staff retention. If we're bringing in a new quarterback, do we want a new coach? He's a West Coast guy. Maybe we do bring him back. Let's wait and see if we might be able to get a better head coach. I can bring back Carmichael. Yeah, I do want someone who can help me develop a quarterback, so I will go ahead and skip the pick. I think I just automatically get him back if no one else takes him. Yep. Skip pick. Resume. Let's bring in a new offensive coordinator, or defensive coordinator. Let's see if a better coach can help us out here. I do want someone who can help us with the quarterback, so that's fine. And let's steal Green Bay strength coordinator. Okay. Okay. Oh, let me check the transaction log. Is it a report? No. I always forget where the stupid transaction log is. I genuinely can't remember where it is. Every year this happens. I don't know why I can't remember where the stupid... Here it is. It's under players. Okay, none of my players retired, so that's something. Oh, is there anyone want a franchise? Ayersman, maybe. He's still a really good tackle. Yeah, do it. All right. Step one, we need to find a quarterback. This could be our guy right here, actually. His timing is shit. Maybe stay away from him. What about Herb here? Again, really bad at timing. I wouldn't mind taking him. I just don't know if I would take him. What's my pick? Number 3. Oops, don't do that. Like, Jonah Pryor is clearly the best quarterback in this draft. But he's inaccurate. And he still has pretty terrible timing. What other position do we desperately need? We still need a great wide receiver. Let's interview you. And you. Is there an amazing running back? No, this is actually a terrible draft for running backs. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, it just didn't show them to me for some reason. There's actually a couple of decent running backs. Let's go ahead and scout them. There's a really good tight end. His endurance isn't great, though. Okay. Interview him. You could be a very good corner. We could have a dominant defensive tackle. Or a dominant defensive end. Oh, I've already interviewed you. Okay. All right. Here's the thing. Of all the players we have access to, there's only a couple that I think are worth a 3rd overall pick. Pryor is quite clearly the best quarterback in this draft. But does it matter? Because is he a good enough quarterback to be our new franchise guy? Or do we grab an elite defender like Ezekiel Norris? Like, as a defensive tackle, this is pretty insane. Or Lonnie Booker. Or even a great cornerback like Harden. And just wait till next year to get our quarterback. Like, I don't dislike Cormier, but I'm not sure he's third overall pick good. It is more important to me that we hit on the pick than that we get a specific position. Let's continue free agency and let's get some people re-signed. I would like to bring Marsh back. Higgins can walk, I don't care. I will re-sign Weber. Oh, I need a new guard. I did not think that part through. We still might try to re-sign him if we can. Malachi Cleveland, definitely re-signing him. Oh, he doesn't want to sign because he wanted more playing time. Well, he can go to hell then. Definitely bringing you back. Yeah, we're going to lose some linebackers. Maybe we'll get a chance to re-sign him in the next round. Who knows? Okay, that's everyone I could re-sign, so we're going to end this stage. Alright. One of my top concerns is bringing back Rusk. He doesn't want very much money. So that's fine. Nate Brown. I really want to bring you back too. Oh, that was your issue. You want like $1 billion. I'm not going to get a guard this good in the draft, but I do have two very talented centers who I could shift over. I think I'd rather offer Sporluck. Because we can't afford him. Unless I just cut Baker. And then use those savings to sign Brown. You know what? Let's go and make the offer to Brown. I'm not going to bring Dalton back. I'm going to let Jacobs get a full year and maybe pick one up in the draft or something like that. Yeah. Now, what about Darnell McCarroll's a defensive end? Devin Shepard. It's a good every down back. How much would he want to come to the Browns? A fair sum. I'd rather just give Jacobs a chance to see what he can do. All right. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick look and see people whose contracts are coming up. Oh, was last year your worst year? Buchanan? Yeah. By a lot. Is it because you're getting old or because you had to make harder kicks? We'll see. I might give him one more year. You're an amazing linebacker in every sense of the word. I would like you to come back. Please don't go. And I do want to bring Bueno back. It's a problem with top flight left tackles. You got to pay him. How much would Campbell want in an extension? Like, he's been consistently solid. Yeah, do it. How much would Dalton want to come back? Not very much. But I think maybe we go and let him walk. Eiersman's demands are actually quite reasonable. I'll do that. Yeah, I can extend Donnie Rossian. That's no issue. Damon Loudon. He's had a really good career for us. I'm going to give him a new deal. Okay. No one lower than 50 is getting brought back in. I'm not even sure about Leo Sims, to be honest with you. Is there anyone else here we'd want to offer? An explosive receiver would help. He only wants a 1-year deal. I'll make an offer. Oh no, my crappy tight ends would be angry. He went with Washington. I can't say I'm hugely surprised. Nate Brown signed. Because Brown signed, I'm going to go ahead and... how do I withdraw my offer? Maybe I can't. Oh well. And we'll just skip the remaining stages of free agency. All right. Okay, there goes the quarterback. Oh, you traded Indianapolis. Who did you trade up for? A running back. Okay. I mean... I think Meyer's my favorite of the 3 quarterbacks. And if I can grab him in the 2nd round... So then the question becomes, what do I really need more of? A dominant defensive tackle or a dominant defensive end? A defensive tackle with that level of dash is just absurd. Yeah, Booker is a run defender. I'm going to take Norris. And then go really fast now. So the quarterback's gone. I kind of suspected that might be the case. I do want a really good corner. Good endurance, good at interceptions, very smart. Not the best man defender. But I think he's a good fit. I mean, we could also try grabbing an offensive lineman. Just somebody to... The thing is, the offensive position we needed is guard, though. I'm going to take... I can have an every down corner who is kind of bad at man coverage, or I can have a brilliant corner who won't play all the time. You're actually a pretty fair pass rusher. I could draft a kicker, but not in the second round. Maybe we take a linebacker. Are there any interesting QBs left? Jermaine Frederick. His timing and ability to sense the rush are pretty shit, but he's pretty smart. Your accuracy is pretty terrible. You're bad at reading defenses. You've got really good timing. But despite being a short pass specialist, you're terrible at throwing short passes, so I don't know what that's about. You're really good at reading defenses, though. You're a really smart quarterback. I'd like to see if I can grab him in the third round and grab some other position now. Like an inside linebacker. Yeah, I'm going to grab you. He's still here. I will take him in the third round. Okay. Devin Palacios is a little slow, but he's a great run defender. I'll take that. Are there any good tight ends left? There's a CJ Reese kid. I did lose a tight end. Round 6. I am going to take a new kicker. If nah, there's not really a great one left. You're a really smart corner who's maybe not as athletic. I can take that, actually. Yeah, let's take him. Where'd he go? Here he is. That's an interesting quarterback. Any position we're desperately short on that I can just take to get a warm body for. You know, we could use another receiver. I'll take Grady Webster. He's really fast. Okay. How we do? Jermaine Frederick's not very good. Ezekiel Norris is amazing. So as picks go, that's pretty damn solid. Jair Sanderson looks like a pretty sexy linebacker. As is Palacios. Greg is serviceable. Reese is about meh. And Grady Webster is pretty terrible. Well, you can't win them all. I think Norris was amazing. And I think he's a really good choice for us. Okay, late free agency. Like, I really don't think I want anyone else. Because right now, Palacios can easily step in and take Rusk's position. Sanderson's going to get plenty of reps somewhere. So yeah, I think we can happily let Rusk and Martino go. I didn't address cornerback in the draft very well. I think we might try to re-sign Ratliff. Normally I wouldn't sign a player that low of quality, but I don't know that we're going to find a better corner. So we need recommend. All I care about is future potential right now. I could get a really great fullback. That's not nothing. And then I think I'll also sign Al Diaz. Up, someone else signed Drake Light a little. Up, we got Conroy, Bennett, Ratliff. Diaz is still thinking about it. DS signed. And there we go. 54 players. Okay. Anyone want to send a training camp? Alright, I can't have him put on any weight. And neither can you. Oh, I can't send you to weight training. That's alright. Webster, put on a little bit of... Oh, I can't have you bulk up. Okay. I guess that's part of the issue. Aren't you a bit undersized? Well, I guess your body's as developed as it's going to get. Okay. Yeah, you're fine. Maybe if you lose just a tiny bit of weight, but I kind of don't want to break you. Because you're such a good tackle. I don't think I'm getting Martino or Rusk back. Can I get you to put on some weight? No. Okay. Alright, we're fine. Gene Sampson. You give me a second round pick for a really good center. I'll be honest. If you give me a first rounder, I'll do it. Nope. Hard pass then. $54 players. I can only have 46 active, okay. I do not want Baker Mayfield playing during the preseason. I probably have too many offensive linemen. Weaver and Weber can both sit. I don't have a long snapper. Oh no. There you go. Now I have one. We'll go ahead and scratch Farmer and Bernstein. Poston. I still got to put 3 more guys on the bench. Oh, wow, we need backup safeties. Or converting someone to being a safety. Yeah. I should have thought of that during... Your only skill is man-to-man defense, so you'd actually be a pretty bad safety. Okay. One more person's got to be benched. How many running backs do I have to have active? 2. Okay. Done. Oh yeah, I didn't actually build the depth charts yet, did I? Confirm. Confirm. Oh, Brown is too injured to play. Okay. Harper. Now who's too injured to play? A wide receiver and a tight end. There we go. Whatever. Oh, god damn it. I can have 60 players, so I might as well. I wouldn't mind giving you, because you're a really good kick returner, right? So that's very valuable to me, and I'll happily give you a new deal just for that. How much, just out of curiosity? Oh yeah, he thinks he's worth a lot of money. He is not. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, there's nothing in the QB market. Okay. Who the hell is on my depth chart that's too injured to compete? Oh, I didn't update the offensive play chart. That's fine. Please stop doing that. Okay. So the good news is no serious injuries to start the season. Now we've got to get down to under contract. So here's the $1,000,000 question. Do I cut Baker or do I keep Baker? If I'm not going to cut Baker, I have to play him. Because even as a 47, he's still better than either of the other quarterbacks I have on my roster. The question is, do I care? Because Baker's been getting considerably worse each year. And last year he threw more interceptions than he did touchdowns. He's not completing passes. He's not good enough to play in the NFL. Whereas one of my rookies might be able to play in the NFL. So I think maybe the best choice is just to go ahead and cut him. Yeah, I'm going to cut him. Gone. We're moving on from Baker Mayfield. Actually, I probably should have tried to trade him now, but I genuinely don't think anyone would have offered much for him. I got to free up 2 more roster spots. I love you, man, but I think this is it for your career, Denzel. We've still got some pretty fair corners. I could use some upgrades at safety, but... And I gotta cut one more person. What position do I have the most people at? I have way too many defensive linemen. Sure, let's extend the punter. He's a real good punter. And punters are easy to find, so I can always replace him if I need to. Let's go ahead and cut Jonas in here. Oh, I don't think I can. Yeah, because he's out for 6 weeks. Okay. I just need to find one more person currently on the active roster to cut. Like, I really don't want to cut Farmer, but he's not very good, so maybe I should. Yep, there we go. Done. And so here we have it, your 2029 Cleveland Browns. Frederick. Or Kelly's just the better choice. Actually, no, Frederick is. Actually, they both suck. So I'm just going to play the one who at least grades better for now. Put Nate Brown back in. And let's reset the defensive personnel. And there we go, ready for another season, if we decide to do that. Um, by the time this video goes live, I'll have already made my decision and announced it on Twitter. So do follow me on Twitter if you're not already, so you can find out what's happening next. This is going to be an interesting couple of seasons coming up if we continue, because we don't have a quarterback, and it's not looking like we're going to find one either. We may very well bottom out this year, and if that happens, it happens. But hopefully I've built up enough goodwill over my constant success, well, my Jeff Fisher-ness, to get an extension. So we'll see what happens. Until then, though, this has been Avindian. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I bid you good day.